supposed to do. You can't come out with that energy, man. It's bad energy, man. It is bad energy, man. Nobody's happy over there. Everybody's sad. Everybody act like they happy.
Man, this is just straight up comedy here as always, man. I don't know why anyone wants smoke with 50 Cent. He just stays coming with the jokes, the roasting, just getting under individuals' skin, as he's been going at it with Jim Jones for a grip, calling him an informant, and among many other things. But Killer Cam there in the clip from the It Is What It Is show, just talking about bad energy, bad vibes, and Fifth laying his commentary down on this situation is, this is in regards to Juelz Santana, and Jimmy accompanying Tank to the ring. What did y'all think about that? Tank rocking the leather, and he threw it on right after the match as well, during the decision, everything. It just kind of seemed a little odd to me. I don't know. All the boxing fans, everyone who caught it, what did you think about him with the leather on? But Fifth says, you gotta stay in good company, man. One ninja's teeth falling out. The other ninja got full gray beard, trying to show dudes a chrome heart scarf. LOL. And Juelz Santana, it came out a long time ago, the man lost his teeth. I heard someone once say, you guys remember that? Hip-hop fans will remember the long-awaited mixtape that never came out, and then we got it in bits and pieces. The Juelz Santana, Lil Wayne collaborative, I Can't Feel My Face. When when the whole news came out of Juelz teeth falling out, happened right in the middle of an interview or a video or something, where someone snapped a flick real quick and caught Juelz with the no teeth, mush mouth look going on. Y'all know what I'm talking about? When individuals' teeth are no more, they got that mush mouth, that Muppet puppet mouth ass ish going on. Juelz had that, and you know, he just never quite looked the same to individuals after that, as someone who, him and Jimmy, were all about fashion and looking fly and all that. Pause. Once your teeth fall out and they catch it on cam, man, you'll never be the same. But someone said he can't feel his face and he can't find his teeth. I said, oh man, that's really something. And you know, we know with Juelz, it came down to the D-rug use. That's where the man lost his teeth, chewing up all them Percocets, drinking all that lean with them Fanta soda pops, falling asleep, nodding out, you know what I mean, not brushing your teeth before bed. That it'll catch up to you. You start getting some decay, and it's bye-bye to the teeth. And it's all bad, man. You only get one set of teeth in your life unless you shell out the cash for them implant joints. And we found out Juelz is just rocking some dentures. He don't even got the official come out of pocket for the like implant joints, right? He got the dentures. Like he put some, what's that ish called, that old people be putting them in a cup next to their bed. That's what Juelz has gotten. He had it at like the age of 30. That's ugly, man. Leave all them pills alone. If you are pill popping and all that, don't be chewing them up. Brush your teeth. You know, like, it's important. Dental care is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have your teeth. Individuals, you're never supposed to judge a book by its cover, but people start being like, yo, this individual's a cold base head, or this just a dirty son of a gun. Like, especially if you're only 30 years old. Well, Juelz more like 40 now, but the teeth been gone since he was 30 is the word. And then Jim Jones here, this man, like, just too old for this bullish. There's all these news headlines as of late about Jim Jones monetized gangbanging. He's talking about he's the Snoop of the East Coast, like how Snoop made Crip and Cool out on the West Coast, where that was a part of the culture and life and stuff like that. Jimmy wants everyone to know he brought the blood brat-ish to New York. Like, come on, man. You're like 50-something, Jimmy. Cut it out. You're too old for this. With the GreyBeard, Captain GreyBeard, pause, out here still trying to be too cool for school. It's like, stop it, man. And, you know, like I said, Fifth's been going in on him as of late about the informant allegations as Shadia Treyway and Mel Matrix, both individuals caught up in that Treyway federal indictment. They say Jim Jones ain't a rat. And it's been a long, debated, disputed, heated, hated situation where people that support Jimmy are like, yo, there's no way he told. But a lot of other cats, myself included, were like, there's no way he couldn't have told. How could he be like caught on a wire seemingly instructing someone to do violence against the individual? As we know, 6ix9ine, the goofy weirdo meth mouth basshead, as we found out, he was mething it up. You know what I mean? He has the fake teeth as well. He got the implant joints though. You know, he was getting all that money on another level. So he got the real ones. He don't got the starter kit broke pack that Juelz has. But the feds picked him up, and that case started prematurely as far as arrests and, you know, people being picked up on indictments, warrants being served. They wanted to let the case go a little further. As you know, when the feds are investigating someone, they'll sit back in the cut listening on wiretaps and all kinds of stuff and watching crimes go down in furtherance of the investigation. But when it comes to some real violence popping off and everything, they're supposed to step in and stop that. And Jim Jones' phone call was the reason that happened. You smell me? Like when 6ix9ine went on the Breakfast Club and was talking about these dirty old bloods, and I got new management, and just going off, dissing the whole set, the whole Treyway as a whole, after he done got snatched up. And you know, it was crazy. Jim Jones was on the wire telling them, yo, like, we gotta super duper violate this guy, right? The world needs to know he was never really a gang member. He was more or less just a mascot. And I'm paraphrasing with this, but there was this big debate about what super violate means. And I'm like, yo, how could it mean anything other than doing them dirty? I think at one point in time, Jim Jones even went as far as saying his security, they ain't gonna want to get you start dumping on him, like busting shots at him, they're gonna fall back and not want to work for him, and he'll be left open and invulnerable, and there'll be nothing that can happen to stop it. But a lot of people were like, oh, violate don't mean this or it means that. I don't know. It seemed to me that is enough in the middle of a RICO, where, again, I pointed this out in other videos, right, that the feds will take some ish. Like someone could be under surveillance by the feds, and they could say, yo, man, you seen them 2 bad bitches last night? And the feds will say that means that they were shipping 2 keys, that it's spoken in code. And Jimmy's on here saying super violate, like that's the thing I think a lot of people don't realize is it doesn't, like, it's not Jimmy just had to be bodying him or ordering him to be killed for him to be picked up. Just him giving orders for 6ix9ine to get his ass whooped or anything. The fact that they were looking at Treyway as a criminal enterprise, right? And saying, you know, these individuals are acting in continuation of this criminal enterprise, in furtherance of it, to push the gang or the criminal enterprise, just like with the mob. So how could Jim Jones be the guy on there seemingly giving instructions like he's the big homie and he don't get picked up in it all? I just don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Again, Shotty and Mel Matrix both said that's not what it is. But if that is indeed not what it is, and they truly believe that, it's like, what is it? Is Jim an informant on a whole nother level? Is he go beyond all this? Is he part of the whack Edgar Hoover hip hop COINTELPRO movement or something? Like, I just really can't call it, man. But I want to know what y'all think about it all. It didn't make sense. And Fifth has been going in on Jimmy for this. Jim Jones tried to strike back on the Breakfast Club, talking about no rapper in New York has a catalog that can fluck with his. Like, 50 Cent's catalog is on a whole nother level than yours. Like, what in the fuck are you talking about? Did you bump your head? Are you crazy? Like, come on, man. And then, of course, Killer Cam has been beefing with Jimmy. He had that epic rant where he went in on Jim recently. It's not the first time Dipset has fallen apart and beefed numerous times. And around, 2015, 16, somewhere in that time frame, Killer Cam was talking about how Jimmy wasn't really from Harlem. He was from the Bronx or something like that. And, his grandma passed away and he got grandma's crib, and that he was kind of like a groupie fan, of Cam and the ish he was doing with Children of the Corn and the whole Harlem World movement. And he wanted to be down so bad that they let him hang, as they used grandma's crib like a headquarters. And I don't know, they ended up making up, doing the verses together, which was just a joke. They got their boots smoked, by the Locks. And fast forward to here we are now. Cam went back and doubled. Fast forward to where we are at now, and Cam went back and doubled down that Jim just really isn't who he has claimed to be from jump. Again, that he was just someone who wanted to be down so bad. And the way that he's acting here at like 50 years old, Captain GreyBeard, just still being extra out, kind of speaks to that in a sense. Like, you ain't gotta lie to kick it. You ain't gotta try so hard. It's not a good look. You know what I mean? Like, in all actuality, with everything we're seeing going on today with the Fenty Wap in the streets and gang culture growing exponentially all across America, in drill music and all the violence that's come from behind that, it's kind of crazy to see Jim Jones still talking about all this ish, trying to make it look cool at this age. It just really doesn't make sense when you do the math and add it all up. Y'all let me know what you think. But 50 Cent just with some epic comedy here. Like, he's out here building his Unit Films empire down there in Shreveport. Still waiting to see what happens with that situation with that one politician, as the tax credit situation is going back up for vote. And it was looking like that the one, I think it was a senator, or was he? It wasn't the governor. I think it was a senator who was speaking against 50 Cent, as he almost got it deaded off. And then it went up for vote, and it's still kind of sitting idle until that is voted on again. And that's a key situation as far as Fifth's whole Shreveport movement continue to push on. The way that, again, politician, I think it was a senator or something, was speaking on it all, it seems like he wants a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? He wants a percentage, or he wants Fifth to hit him with some kind of payments. Just some classic political greed and corruption, if you ask me. But with all this being said, hit the comments to let me know your thoughts about Jimmy and Juelz, who every time Cam and the Dip seem to break up, Jimmy and Juelz link up. And it's kind of funny too, seeing 50 Cent beefing with Jimmy here way back in the original fallout with Dipset. They went and linked with Fifth on Rap City and everything like that, right in the midst of Fifth and Cam beefing about Dipset and Koch Records being the cemetery of the rap game and everything. And then they went and linked up with 50 Cent, just ishing on Camron. And the whole Where's Camron campaign that went on as he was at his summer home down in Orlando. It's some real old school shit right around 2010, and here we are in 2025 and seeing them going at it with Fifth and Cam and Fifth both sitting back looking at these individuals like they're just goofy as fuck, no teeth and no sense. It's really something. It's really kind of funny to look at it all full circle. But you see people commenting on this all, and someone was saying like, yo, I knew as soon as I seen this go down that Tank lost. But Tank actually, it was a draw against, was this guy's name, Roach? And there seems to be a big controversy behind the fight, that there was a missed knockdown situation, and that the ref could have reviewed it, or he didn't review it. Like, I didn't know they had that in boxing now, replays. I mean, is that indeed true for all the boxing fans out there? Tap in and let me know your thoughts on the fight, and if you thought Jimmy and Juelz coming down to the ring with Tank in the leather really was some just bad vibes, and it set the stage for Roach to give him the business, you know, because everything I'm seeing in regards to this fight is everyone saying, man, what happened to Tank? He was not looking good out there and was getting the brakes beat off him. Had a little bit of fight left in him towards the end, but at the end of the day, he escapes what should have been, from what I'm seeing, an upset. You know, is that indeed true? Does boxing have replay as well? It's so crazy now, man. MLB baseball has challenges and replays. Well, they'll challenge a strike or a ball. I swear, it really is something, man. But that's all I got on this one. Wanted to know everyone's thoughts about Cam and Fifth roasting the Fluck out of Jimmy and Juelz. No sense, no teeth, and too old for the bull-ish. The Gervonta Tank Davis versus Roach fight, the controversy and all that. Your thoughts on the fight as a whole, and yeah, man, the dips seemingly done for good this time. Like, let's discuss it all in the comments. I thank y'all for tuning in. It's Coffee, and I'm gone, y'all. Peace.